Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the camera tricks on the Redmi Note 14S. Alright, so let's begin. First, let's open up our camera app, and in here I'll try to describe the most interesting things and features that we have on this device. So, let's simply begin. When it comes to the zoom levels, that's nothing much interesting. We have the smallest zoom is 0.6, and the maximum zoom that we have possible on this device is, as I remember, is 20x. Yeah, that's the maximum value of the zoom. When it comes to the features, if you want, you can select the filters for your photo by clicking right in here. In here you have a few filters. Unfortunately, you cannot use the custom filters on this device, but you can have everything. Next thing, above the filters, we have the option to beautify. You can beautify your photos by simply adjusting this value. On the top right corner, we can enable or disable the HDR. On the left side, we have the Google Lens, which is used for example, for scanning the text, translating the text, or finding the objects. More like the Google Lens identifies what it sees in front of the camera, and it's searching it in the Google. So, for example, let me show you how this asks. In here I have this fake plant. And let's simply take the photo of it using the Google Lens and the search option, and let's see what will happen. So simply take a photo. You can adjust also this size by grabbing on the edges, just like that. And in here you can see that this photo was automatically copied and pasted into the Google search bar. And as you can see, we have our plant, what it is. So I'm not even going to try to say it. Yeah, but you can see it on the screen. Also, let's go back from this mode. We also have option to translate to detect the text. Simply click right in here. In here, select the detect language. We have translate from. If you don't know what language you see, simply select detect language, and on the right side we have the language that we are translating into. So transit to, for example, as you can see, there is a lot of languages. Some of them requires downloading, but don't worry, it's not gonna take long. So let's say we want to translate into Makassar, whatever it is. And yeah, currently I don't have any text to show you how this works, but you need to believe me, simply. Yeah, so that was the translate option, and there's also the homework option, but also I cannot show you that. So if you're a student, you can try to use this method, this feature. Alright, under the video, I'm wondering there's something that we can adjust, but I think if you want, you can also change the FPS in which you will be recording. The maximum value is 60, as you can see. Cool thing is the teleprompter right in here. So use the teleprompter to read your script while you are recording a video. How teleprompter works: you can use the buttons below to edit text, preview playback, and use other settings. To resize the floating window, drag its lower corners. To move the window, drag it by its upper edge. Basically in here you can add your text to this teleprompter. You can also play it. So let's say now I'll record video. And as I started recording, you can see that the teleprompter started to work, and it's slowly going down, and it's also select the current words that we should actually speak right now. So I'm gonna show you how it should be done. So edit text, preview playback, and use other settings. So if you want, you can also adjust the size of the text and also the scrolling speed. So when it comes to the teleprompter, let's end up with the teleprompter. If you want to add your own note, click right in here. You can type it manually right in here, everything you want to say on your video, and also we can import the text if you click right in here. And remember that you can only import doc, docx, and txt files. Images, tables, and hyperlinks won't be displayed, so you need to remember about it. So teleprompter is, in my opinion, is pretty cool feature, and you should use it. We also have the macro mode. This mode is used, for example, when you want to take pictures of really small objects, so you should use the macro mode. To the left we have the 200 megapixel mode, and of course this mode provides that we will have the best quality possible of our photos. They will be made with the 200 megapixels, so you can simply create a photo. Unfortunately, in this mode you cannot zoom in or zoom out. You simply can. You can only select the filters and also enable or disable the flashlight in here. We also have the documents mode. It finds out the shapes, for example. In here we have that piece of rubber, and as I'm pointing it on this with the document mode, you can see this thin bars and basically the shape, so it recognizes the shape. We can take the photo, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. So it automatically fulfilled the whole phone. So it's good. For example, this mode is called the document. So let's say we have that. Let's say this is a piece of paper, something important to you, documents. You simply create a photo using this mode, and thanks to that, your photo, your document will look like this. So basically, it will fulfill whole device. Alright, I'm wondering if there's something more that I want to show you. We also have the night mode, which is the best for taking photos at night, but it's not something much really cool. In here, under the more, we have, in my opinion, the most interesting features. We have the Pro Mode, Panorama, slow motion, dual video, time lapse, and long exposure. As you click right in here, you can change the style of those modes and of the icons. And if you click in here, we can open the camera settings. We have the smart suggestions. In here we have the document scanner that I was showing you before. In here we can also adjust the picture quality, and you can change the volume buttons function. So you can select the shutter, a timer, zoom, or the volume. You can adjust it right in here. You can also disable or enable the shutter sound, change the anti-bending, or for example customize feature layout, camera modes, and also you can change the sound. Alright, now I want to show you that Pro mode. So when it comes to that mode, as you can see in here, we have a lot of options that we can adjust. So starting with the white balance, autofocus. Next to it we have the saturation. You can see how it's changing on the photo. Next to it we have the ISO. Oh, actually, let me change it. Alright. We also have the ISO, and we have the EV also. But currently I cannot change it. Okay, now it's possible. If you're that kind of person who likes to, you know, take really cool photos, likes to adjust almost anything what's possible, the Pro Mode is definitely for you. So that's pretty cool. We also have the Panorama, but we need to download it first. Alright, now you can see this arrow and this bar in the middle of the screen. This bar, not bar. And this arrow which is pointing right. Basically, we need to click on the shutter button and we need to slide from the left to the right. And let me show you how it needs to be done. Simply start recording. Now move your phone from the left to the right. Okay, once you are done, you can click the button. And now you can see how this it looks like. So basically, I took a pretty wide photo, only thanks to that move. I performed that move that I was showing you, and this is how this photo looks like. It's really wide, and this feature is really cool. For example, when you are on the top of the mountain, let's say I was using that mode in mountains, and it works really fine. So let's say you have a beautiful landscape in front of you and a beautiful horizon, and you want to take the whole picture of it. Simply, the Panorama provides you that you can take a wide photo, almost like 360. So that's what this mode is used for, and you can now see how it looks like. So basically, we have a wide photo that was taken and made thanks to that I made that move. Alright, now let's get back. Under the more, we also have the slow motion. On the top right corner you can change the FPS, but actually no, you cannot. So you can only record in 720p with 120 FPS. So this, I'm sure that all of you know what slow motion mode does, but if you don't know, I'm just going to show you. Let's start the recording. I'm gonna make a quick video. Alright, let's save it, and now let's play. Click on allow and allow. I'm gonna make. Okay, and now you can see that this video is simply slowed. So that's what the slow motion mode does. You could see that I was waving with the phone pretty fast, and the recording came out really slow. So thanks to the slow motion mode, of course. So that's what this mode does. I'm wondering if there's something that I want to show you. Also, we have the dual video, which is also a cool feature in my opinion. It provides that we can record a video at the same time using the rear camera and the front camera, and basically that's all. We also have the time-lapse. You can read the information about it right in here. The time-lapse, you can see how it will look like when you take a video with the time-lapse. Unfortunately, I don't have that much time to show you that, but if you want, you can go outside into the city and try this mode for yourself. And here also we can adjust all of those parameters just like in the Pro Mode, so the white balance, focus, saturation, ISO, and the EV. And we also have a long exposure, also need to download it. And in here we have some modes such as moving crowd, neon trails, painting, light painting, starry sky, and the star trails. If you click on the information button, in here again you can read how each option works. I'm gonna scroll slowly so you can see everything for yourself. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.